Hello, my name is Barry John, and I wanted to do a video blog to make two announcements. One announcement is that I am going to be doing the Barry John Project this year. I'm going to be doing some giving this year during the holiday season, trying to give back to the church, give back to my close friends that have brought me either to church and have impacted me a lot this year in 2021. And I also want to give back to the people that I do karaoke with that work kind of beside me to, you know, play the songs that I'm doing and whatnot to keep kind of things going with that and whatnot as well. And I want to do some giving back through the Salvation Army this year. And because I am working this year, I have a lot more leeway to work with things this year. And my goal through the last street performing I did, I wanted to take whatever I made that weekend, I wanted to double it. And I wanted to still stick with that. And I'm going to keep that promise. So I'm excited to say that I'm going to probably be giving about between $300-$400 this year out and about, mainly because, I feel like wanting to give, and I want to do it before I get busy this year with, next year, I should say, with buying stuff for basically props, outfits for me to wear for street performing next year, props, speakers, and all the electronic stuff I needed to get. And I wanted to do that next year so I can give at the end of this year. So that is one thing I'm kind of excited to be doing this year, is kind of put money aside, giving back, and it's going to be really awesome that I get a chance to do something like that, to give back to people that have given to me and have blessed me so much, not just this year, but last year. And last year I was very devastated that I couldn't give out as much as I wanted to, and and I still was giving. And I just kind of wish I could give a little bit more, because I wanted to give to people through New Perspective, but they have a policy where we couldn't do that, and I was disappointed, but I could still give out like easy, like small cards and whatnot, which I want to do. So if I can't give to people, I'm at least trying my best to give out cards this year. So I'm actually going to be learning how to sign my signature, and I've always wrote Adam Witt on them, but I'm going to be learning how to do Barry John, because everybody kind of here in Mankato now knows me as Barry John. So, but it's going to be interesting. I kind of like a little new, something new, to do something different and whatnot. So it's going to be interesting to doing cards out this year this way. So it's going to be fun for us to do. Excited about it. So, now the next thing I wanted to talk about is there's a lot of explanation kind of behind this. If I haven't talked about it on here, I'm going to bring it up again that I am newly single. And as I said, in my last blog I did, we just had two different paths and whatnot. But since then, I have been doing a lot of soul searching about kind of who I am, and I'm kind of glad that I have gone through this, because I have definitely found what I am as a person, and I know I've come out so many times and stuff, from being metrosexual to bi, and after talking to somebody about things and kind of what I am on a lot of things and stuff, we came down to kind of three titles with a couple additional things that I would put in there, but I don't think I would want it to be like I think it's something that needs to be like pronounish or whatever you want to call it, or to identify somebody as. But and I'll break it down what this kind of all means and whatnot too. Um, Basically, I came down to being it's biromantic, asexual, polyamorous, and um, and basically, kind of what it means is, yeah, I want a romantic relationship. I'm just not wanting the whole tie down, get married type of thing. When it comes to intimacy, I don't like nudity. I'm more of the liking to touch kind of thing and stuff, making out kind of thing, but nothing heavier than that kind of stuff. And polyamorous just kind of means, wanting more than one person, liking to flirt, bond with other people, not just one main person kind of thing, more or less. And a lot of it to me, I kind of thought was pretty explanatory and stuff to me, but I never just was able to figure out what the title was of everything and whatnot. When I was in relationships, I was never the type of person who could just kind of focus on one person. I was always talking to other people, flirting, whatever you want to kind of call it. But when it's also come to intimacy, was never a person who was comfortable with how I looked, down there versus what I've seen in other people and stuff. So it's just kind of like there was kind of always something that made me uncomfortable or didn't like what I saw kind of thing. And I also have been always into both men and women. I've been also into as well kind of thing. But kind of the relationship thing though, it's just kind of been new to me a little bit, mainly because I think when it comes to relationships, and I don't want to sit there and say that relationships are bad, but it's just kind of hard for me because I am very geared to my career. It's my baby, it's my big project, and I think if a relationship is where people are wanting you to spend money on people and stuff, and it's kind of the same thing with wanting to get like married, and you're putting money into wanting to get married and stuff like that, but you got a goal of wanting to get yourself out into Vegas, you want to save up money so you can have equipment, and you want to save money to give to people and whatnot, and you have to have someone wanting money from you all the time and stuff. It's really hard to want to be in a relationship when you got a main focus and whatnot, and somebody is kind of taking time and energy from you, and as well as money to put focus on them, and it's just like, well, I got to focus on this, and if you're going to take all that focus off of this project here so I can, worry about this project over here, it's going to cause issues and whatnot. So, and kind of the last thing I want people to think is, when it comes to me in relationships and stuff and whatnot, is I don't want people to think of me as being selfish, or that this goes against, religion, Christ, or the Bible, or whatever kind of thing, because at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, yes, I like to have fun, I like to be flirty, I like to have a good time and stuff, and I'm looking kind of for, a little fun here and there. But I want people to focus on the main thing, and I think that's kind of a little bit of an issue with what kind of goes on, I think, with a lot of churches. I'm not saying my church is this way or that way, I'm not going to say that, but I think a lot of things, when people are trying to look at Christians and stuff and the things that they kind of do, I think everybody sits there and looks at things, it's like, well, he's gay, or he's bi, or he's into this and that, or whatever, and this kind of goes against the Bible and stuff, and I'm just like, but people don't focus on the good things that people bring to the table and stuff. So, and I feel that's kind of a sad thing, because it's like this person could be sitting there, like, take me for example. I could be sitting there giving out, trillions of dollars, which I don't have trillions of dollars, but I'm just saying in general, though, I could sit there and be giving out trillions of dollars left and right, volunteering, 80 hours a week or whatever, to helping people, push myself to the limit to make myself a good person, and people will sit there and still focus on the flaws that someone has and whatnot. And it's just kind of like, I think that's a kind of a not kind of the way Christians should be kind of looked at and whatnot. Don't sit there and kind of go off of that and stuff, because I think the main thing is what we need to do is we need to teach people, when it comes to the church and Christianity, we need to get people out there to try to give, if they can give, if they are in a good area financially, to give. And not just give money, but to give time as well, if they have the time to give. And when I'm saying giving time, it's like going out in the community to help people. Volunteering for the Salvation Army and doing the kettles. We're going to be doing that soon this year, so that's something. Just finding a way to make the community better and whatnot. We need to kind of put more focus on that and not flaws in people and whatnot, because I think at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, when you kind of look at heaven and what everything kind of looks at, you're going to have people who are going to sit there and fight to be perfect, go everywhere, do everything perfect by the Bible, and try their best to go on the straight and narrow, and they're going to go in there and they're going to get into heaven because they believed. And then there's going to be the people that are out there that have done... I'm busy, Mom! Sorry. Then you're going to have people that are going to be out there that do bad things, evil, but believe still and whatnot, and they're still going to get in. And then you're going to have people that give and whatnot, do bad, shady things, but they still do the good stuff and whatnot, believe, and they're still going to get in. But it's kind of the same spectrum as, people who go to hell. It's going to be like you're going to have good people that didn't believe go down there, and then you're going to have, bad people who didn't believe go down there as well. So, I mean, the question is, it always comes down to, do you believe, kind of thing. And, it is what it is. And I don't want people to judge me on the stuff that I have done, but judge me that I believed, I wanted to give, that I cared for people, that I loved people, and, at the end of the day, no matter what happened, I still cared about people all around, and I wanted to have people know about that about me, not judge me on my flaws and stuff like that, because we're all flawed one way or another and whatnot. And I don't consider myself the way that I am, not wanting a relationship, wanting more than one person in my life to be intimate with, or having boundaries when it comes to things, as being selfish and whatnot, because, I'm still trying to give, and I'm still, wanting to give money. I want to help people and stuff like that. And I don't think saying that to somebody who's trying to still help people and still wanting to give and calling them selfish is not a correct way of thinking of things. Everybody's different, and everybody has a different storyline and how they want to live and whatnot. And I think when it comes to living by the Bible and, going to, inch to inch and whatnot, you just can't do it. It's just kind of impossible. So I say, live the journey that you want to live. And as long as you believe and you're helping the community and you're giving and you're making a difference, everything else is just whatever. But that's just my opinion. But I haven't changed in that direction, though, when it comes to giving and wanting to help people. I've always have wanted to do that. That's the big thing with the Barry John Project. It's about helping people and giving and wanting to do outreach. And that's another thing I want to do as well. I don't want to just help the poor, help the church and help the people around and stuff like that. I also want to do some outreach for the LGBTQ as well. And I want to be able to talk to people that are struggling and stuff, because I think a lot of people are getting judged, that there are people that are not being understanding to these people. And if there's one person that we can get out there to is willing to listen and say, hey, I'm here for you, we're fighting this battle together and stuff, I want to be able to be that person who can be able to talk to and stuff. So and that's why I wanted to come out the way that I did on here, is because I want to be honest with my fans. I want to be honest with my followers. I owe everybody on Instagram and Facebook at least my honesty, because I am nothing without my honesty. And that is something that I think is very important, is, when it comes to whether you're a celebrity or whatever, honesty is key, and you got to be honest with your fans and your followers as well. So and that's another thing I've been wanting to talk about too, is I've been dealing with kind of emotional issues and stuff. And it's not like I think it's a depression, as I think I've been trying to get my life back on track. And then once I did get my life back on track, I've been trying to find a way to get myself back into a normal thing again. And I've been just kind of making excuses for the last, at least for this year kind of thing. One thing that comes into mind is I would always put my schedule of what songs I'm going to sing and post it on Facebook. I was going to do it for Instagram as well. But I didn't. But I haven't been also doing open mic, so everything's been kind of like karaoke stuff. So I want to start doing that again next year. And I also haven't been going on Instagram posting messages and stuff. And I'm also been trying to figure out, now that I have a few extra apps that I have put on my phone and stuff, like how am I going to post stuff on every app and whatnot. And it's going to come first serve, and I'm going to have to write on my index card what song is going to go where, kind of thing, and whatnot. And I'm still trying to, for the most part, figure out what am I going to do with rotation of things next year. I have kind of an idea. So, and kind of what I'm thinking of I'm going to do is, one week I want to start doing the older stuff that I have on my playlist. Then the week after that, I'm going to go to the newer stuff and kind of alternate week to week and whatnot. I want to print off my index and keep track of the songs that I'm doing and whatnot. I kind of also want to do Elton John, Barry Manilow, and Backstreet Boys songs in a basically kind of quarterly kind of thing, if people understand what I'm kind of getting with that and stuff, because there ain't that many Barry Manilow songs I can do for karaoke. It's kind of the same way with Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, as well as Elton John, so it's just kind of like, alright, well, I don't know when would be able to get to those songs, so it would just be there when it gets there and stuff. But I had a lot of songs coming out for like the oldies, like from 60s to 80s, and then 90s to today as well. So, and I kind of knew that was going to kind of happen because I kind of liked a lot of the oldie stuff and the newer stuff and whatnot, because there's so many variety of singers that I'm really into and whatnot, where with kind of singers that individually and stuff, well, like each singer probably does about 60 to 70 songs, their whole life or whatever, get like 5-6 CDs out and stuff, and usually has about like 10 to 15 songs on there, give or take, depending on how many songs they put on their albums and stuff like that. So, and probably when it comes to some of these singers, at least with Barry Manilow, at least I liked half of what he had on there. So it was kind of about, I think I have about at least 40 or 50 Barry Manilow, I want to say, and not a lot of them are karaoke. Most of them are you can do for like open mic or home videos, which that's why I'm still doing home videos. So, but when it came to like all the others, the two last categories, like I said, today I'm in the oldies and stuff. I had a lot more stuff that I could work with that. So, I'm thinking the categories that are going that those two categories, I'm just gonna probably be doing probably we'll get through rotation hopefully within 6 months, if not 7. I don't know how long it's gonna take to go through all that, but we'll get it done when it gets kind of done and stuff. But I want to at least every 3 to 4 months. I'll have to kind of figure that out myself. Restart at least the rotation for like Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, Barry Manilow, and Elton John. It just kind of depends on how long it takes to get through everything, though, too. So I don't know. So there's a lot of stuff I have to kind of work out with a lot of things and stuff, and we'll just have to see. At least it'll be 4 months for sure. I don't know. So, but I had to keep rotation going and stuff. So when I have 5 categories running, it takes a lot longer for the longer playlists that I have to get things done and whatnot. So, and I know a lot of people are kind of wondering what I'm talking about and stuff. It's kind of more for me to know and stuff, but I'm just trying to let you know I'm trying to get a little variety of everything out there for everybody. Barry Manilow, some Elton John, Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, oldies, today's stuff as well. So, but it's just going to be kind of a struggle, and I'm still trying to figure that out. So, more or less. So, but I am looking forward to next year. Kind of practicing songs and whatnot, trying to get kind of used to new stuff and whatnot, and trying to get these songs drilled into my head and whatnot, and bring in a lot more energy next year, and just really hopefully next year we'll be doing a little bit better with some new equipment and whatnot. So it's going to be interesting to see kind of a new look with the Barry John thing, and me singing and bringing the heat in for next year. So I'm really excited for that, and it should be an interesting year. And I'm hoping that we can at least get through this year on a good note, and next year I'm just going to try a lot more better to put stuff online so that people know what's going on schedule wise, and that's pretty much about all I can kind of say and stuff. I've lost a lot of good places to do karaoke, but at least I still have 2 places to be doing karaoke, which is a good thing. So, and I'm glad that I'm doing gigs, so I have one more place to kind of go out and sing and do my own thing that makes me really happy and stuff. And I'll be doing gigs every other weekend starting hopefully in April, but I'm trying for definitely May, and for sure we're going to start in June hopefully. So I want to get started in June right away. It would be awesome. See how that goes. and then end kind of in October like I did this year. Just kind of end middle October. So, and that's basically about it. So I know I kind of did a little bit of rambling and talking about things. So, and if anybody's got questions about anything I talked about, mainly who I am kind of thing, I'm willing to talk about it. Got really nothing to hide. Like I said, I just don't want people to get kind of the wrong idea about me, but I also want to be honest with everybody, because I try to be honest with people as much as I can, and I know that there might be a few people that might accept me for what I am all about, and there might be some people that might be concerned about things and stuff, but I'm not too concerned about people hating me. I am in a church right now that I think really accepts me for who I am and stuff, flaws and all. And the place I am here in Mankato, we're just not that too much of a judgmental place and stuff like that. So I'm not ever too worried about that either. So I'm just kind of more afraid of what other people think about more on like Instagram more than anything, and then going out to Vegas and stuff. And I'm probably still going to have to bring this stuff up now and then too, on and off here and there now and then too. So, but like I said, it just comes down to me wanting to be honest and whatnot, and having a good relationship with everybody, more or less. And I know some people are just not going to care, and it's not a big deal kind of thing and whatnot, and that's okay too. A lot of people kind of take that, the stuff that I talk about, and it's just like, well, it doesn't pertain to me. It's not a big deal. Let Barry be Barry kind of thing and whatnot. So with that being said, I hope everybody enjoys the rest of this week. And I don't know when I'll be doing my next video, but if anything changes, I'll let you guys know. I'm hoping that this will be the last one for the year, but I highly doubt it. But I'll probably do a video probably at the end of the year to kind of wrap up the talk about the changes I'm going to be making, and kind of recapping everything that I did in this video kind of thing and whatnot. Unless something major happens between now and then, it probably will be a short video if I do something at the end of the year. So with that being said, I hope everybody has a good rest of the week, and can't wait to do more videos for you guys. And I also have some new songs I put on my playlist too, if anyone's interested in looking at that. I think I put 4 more songs on there. So love you all. Have a wonderful day.